It was last week when Speaker Judy Wampat said there was no funding appropriated for this fiscal year to allow senators along with employees at the Guam Legislature to cash out on annual leave payments.
You won't see that happening actually until there is then that funding source.
Less than a week since that interview aired on KUAM, Legislature Executive Director Vince Areola says there is a funding source.
Today we released checks that cover the annual leave lump sum payments for the employees of the legislature, including senators, and that was for the 31st Guam Legislature term.
The payments amount to $431,000, $316,000 of which will go to legislative staff, and as we reported last week, $115,000 to pay senators. Speaker Judy Wampat is set to receive $10,400, whereas 8 senators will be receiving $9,360, including Vice Speaker B.J. Cruz, Tina Rose Munoz-Barnes, Frank Blas Jr., Rory Respicio, Judy Gutherds, Adolfo Palacios, Tom Atta, and Aline Yamashita. Other senators are owed slightly lower amounts, including Senator Tony Atta, set to receive $5,762, Senator Dennis Rodriguez Jr. with $5,148, Senator Sam Mabini with $8,628, and Senator Mana Silva Tyrone with $6,084. Only 2 out of 15 senators won't be cashing out, including Senator Ben Pangilinan and Senator Chris Duenas. He says while senators are entitled to cashing out, he doesn't agree with it, adding he even used it as a funding source for his Bucks for Buses bill introduced last year.
I've been on record as not agreeing with the cash payout to begin with. So what I did was I submitted adequate leave to ensure that I wouldn't get any payout. I mean, I didn't take all that leave, but what I did was ensure that I put in everything that would result in me getting no cash out at all.
So where did the money come from? Areola says the funding came from the existing legislative funds using the legislature's current year budget.
And I believe when she said that there was no money, it was that there was no direct appropriations. So we're using current funds right now. That means we're going to further tighten our belt. We're going to have to be a little bit more lean and mean, more efficient in the way we handle our financial resources, and cut back as much as we can.
Areola says the legislature's budget for this current fiscal year is a little over $7 million. And while this is a routine practice at the end of terms for elected officials and unclassified staff authorized by law, it will be the last for senators as Governor Eddie Calvo signed Bill 543 into law, repealing annual leave benefits not only for lawmakers, but the governor and lieutenant governor as well. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Ken Quintanilla.